Good morning, Village School, and welcome back to another edition of the VES News.
Your newscasters are Evelyn from Mrs. LoCoco's class,
And also Yazhini from the LoCoco class.
Today is Friday, April 5th, and it is the day 3.
Today's character education thought of the day is:
treat others the way you want to be treated yourself.
Now to Evelyn at her weather wall.
Today will be cloudy. The current temperature is 40 degrees. The high is expected to be 46 degrees with a low of 39. The current humidity is 44%. Tomorrow starts out cloudy and rainy but finishes with the sun, with a high of 64 and a low of 43. Looking at the radar, we see lots of rain and even some snow to our northwest. There will be indoor recess today, unless it stays dry. If you look up to the night sky tonight, there will not be much to see as we have a new moon.
Thanks, Evelyn. Today's lunch is cheese or pepperoni pizza.
And don't forget those sides and veggies,
along with seasoned broccoli and fresh whole fruit.
Monday's lunch is a turkey cheeseburger with lettuce and tomato,
with seasoned broccoli, garbanzo beans, and fruit.
At this time, please stand as we honor our country with the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag Today is the final day of the book fair, so it's your last chance to buy a book.
Today, 3rd graders celebrate Arbor Day.
You will get to learn a lot during your classroom presentations and get a small tree to plant.
Here's a cool video about pictures of students who planted trees last year and even before that.
Great video. Plant your tree and you can be a part of next year's slideshow.
Please drop off your safety patrol belts. Mr. Dolan needs them this afternoon for our next group. He is waiting for about 8 belts.
Our third and last group will be sworn in this afternoon at 3 p.m. in the lab.
Our new patrollers are Brian, Nicholas, Naseeb, and Emma from the CC class, Nicole from the GA class, Athar from the Hum class,
Vaibhav from the McCormick class, Ravir, Viva, Vincent, Josh, and Ava from the PC class,
Noah from the Rodriguez class,
Ahan
from the Sandler class,
Liv from the Trzynski class, Bella and James from the Vanetta class,
Abba, Rebecca, Hitesh, and Carly from the Weiner class.
Congratulations to everyone who was selected.
And a big thank you to our second group of patrollers for a job well done.
Just a reminder that the annual VES Readathon starts next week.
The Readathon starts Monday, April 8th and ends Sunday, April 14th.
Be sure to keep track of all the minutes you read during the week and find friends and family to sponsor your reading.
There are a lot of cool prizes, and best of all, everyone who raises $100 or more will enter a drawing to win a Kindle Fire 7.
So read as much as you can during the Readathon week.
Good luck!
Today is a school spirit day and we see a lot of baseball gear out there.
Way to get involved and show your spirit, VES.
On Monday we have a whole school morning meeting and a special Skype call with Mark Wood from Mount Everest.
Mark is 9 hours and 45 minutes ahead of us in Nepal, so it could be dark when we conference with him.
He will talk to us about his expedition and we will ask him a few questions.
Don't forget to wear your Choose Kind t-shirts on Monday.
It is sure to be an exciting call.
Now for a teacher edition of Copying Kind.
Good morning. Welcome back to another teacher edition of Copying Kind. Mrs. Cressup was copying kind. Mrs. Cressup's students shared that every day Mrs. Cressup gives hugs to anyone who is sad and feeling sad, and she welcomes everybody with a big smile. Thank you for your kindness. Also copying kind is Miss Giambertone and Miss Agron. Their students shared that every single morning they welcome them into the class with a smile. They write warm messages on the board that make the class feel good. It seems like they are always planning fun things to do. They're helpful and understanding too, and they're always patient. Thank you for being kind, Miss Jambertone and Miss Agron. Your class has been noticing. Miss Tanzola was caught being kind when she helped a student whose finger got stuck between two scooters. Not only was she caring and tried to make the student feel better, but she walked her to the nurse for ice too. And speaking of nurses, Mrs. Sisson and Mrs. Woodard were caught being kind in the health office. Each day they take care of so many aches, pains, and boo-boos so children feel better and can get back to learning. Thank you for caring for everyone, Mrs. Sisson and Mrs. Woodard. Our VES family appreciates you and all you do. Now we're catching Mrs. Brown and Miss Stefanisco being kind. It's very kind to make people feel comfortable. One of Mrs. Brown's and Mrs. Stefanisco's students caught them being kind by always helping when kids feel stuck on something. Sometimes it can be hard to need extra help, but they always think of ways to check in if someone needs help, and they do it privately so no one feels embarrassed. That's very thoughtful. Mrs. Carroll was caught being kind by always caring about her students. She shares a smile when students walk in each morning. She says hi, greets kids by their name, and always holds the door for people. Wow, what a great example, Miss Carroll. Now, back to our announcers.
For the VES News Network, this is Evelyn signing off.
And Yazhini signing off.
Tune in on Monday for the next episode of the VES News.
Have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend. Remember, Blazer says be your best at VES.